This is Duke University.
My name is Caslin Gilroy, and I am a PhD student in Duke Biomedical Engineering, working in the laboratory of Dr. Ashutosh Chilkoti. So I was drawn to the work of Dr. Chilkoti, as well as the BME department in general, I think because it offered a really nice balance of projects that involved engineering and design with a heavy emphasis on actually treating human disease. My undergraduate degree was in bioengineering, and it was a very engineering-heavy foundation, and I think it put me into a translational mindset, so I really appreciate the applicability of the research in this department. And also the proximity to the Duke University Medical Center really fosters collaborations that provide clinical relevance to the work that we do. So our lab is primarily a drug delivery lab, and a lot of our work involves this elastin-like polypeptide, which is a peptide-based polymer that has interesting properties in that in response to temperature or heat, it will turn into this gel-like phase. And my particular project has involved utilizing elastin-like polypeptides to improve delivery of diabetes drugs. So a lot of drugs for treating type 2 diabetes require very frequent injections, which can result in reduced patient compliance. So what we found is that by fusing this peptide polymer to a diabetes drug, we can tune the system so that it will respond to the heat of the body and form this gel-like phase upon injection. And so it basically then serves as a drug depot that slowly dissolves over time and then reduces the required frequency of injections. And so a drug that would ordinarily have to be injected multiple times per day can only be injected about once weekly. About the first half of my PhD, my project was very much on the engineering and the design side. And then came a point where we needed to start testing our platform in animals and in a mouse model of diabetes. And in answering the question of does our drug actually treat diabetes, we really needed to establish a collaboration with a diabetes expert. And so we linked up with the chief of endocrinology at Duke and his diabetes research team. And they have had really wonderful, incredibly useful advice in testing our system and how to evaluate, how well our system works and how to make it better. And I think that point really is when I became passionate about the application of my project and actually want to pursue diabetes therapeutics in my postdoc because of that collaboration. Start working on your professional development from day one. I think that we tend to measure progress in our PhD by how much data we've generated, and so we become hyper-focused on our experiments naturally. But the truth of the matter is that job opportunities are going to depend not only on what you look like on paper, but on who you know and who's in your network. And so I would advise students to start building their network early. Go to as many conferences as they can, as early as they can. The BME department provides financial assistance to go to a conference before your prelim. I didn't take advantage of that, but everybody else should. Try and make collaborations with someone outside of your department. This will offer a really a unique and important external perspective to your research, and will also open up a whole nother group and network of people with whom you can connect later on. And then finally, the PhD Plus program is a professional development program through the Pratt School of Engineering, and their workshops are very helpful, and I really wish that I had started attending them before just the final years of my PhD.